Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to yet another match night stream on the Third Man Cricket Show, where CHAMPHUNT presents CSK versus RCB, the South Indian Derby as we like to call it. और काफी exciting match already हो गई है अमोक मतलब अगर
He's
ऑन
gone.
पेपर्स
Third
देखें
wicket down.
थर्ड विकेट ओके सो आई थिंक जो एक्सपेक्ट किया था उसका एकदम एग्जैक्ट उल्टा हो गया सो ऑन पेपर वी
Yeah.
एक्सपेक्टेड आरसीबी इज गोइंग टू स्टीम रोल सीएसके बट आई मीन व्हाट अ परफॉर्मेंस जैसे बोलते ना दी वो एक कहावत है कि फॉर्म इज टेम्पररी क्लास इज
Class
परमानेंट
is
वैसे
permanent.
ही सीएसके इज वेल एंड ट्रूली बैक ऐसे लग रहा है शिवम दुबे रॉबिन उतप्पा आई मीन व्हाट एन इनिंग्स दैट वाज 10 ओवर के बाद जो टर्न अराउंड था एंड अभी फिर से सेकंड इनिंग्स की अगर हम बात करें महेश टीक्षरा उनकी जो मिस्ट्री बॉलर है he's got his second wicket अनुज रावत भी गए तो आरसीबी आफ्टर पावर प्ले 42 for 3 chasing 217 runs so अमोग we got plenty of things to discuss but सबसे पहले बता दीजिए सीएसके की पहले बैटिंग पे आपकी आपका आपका क्या कहना है
यार रॉबिन उथप्पा और शिवम दुबे यही कहना है. I mean 10 overs पे they were around 62 for 2 if I'm not wrong और 35 for 2 थे पहले. But I think the way these two guys played पूरा गेम का कोर्स ही चेंज कर दिया and I think this is still too early to rule RCB out of the game is what I feel. I think Glenn Maxwell, because we saw how one partnership changed the complete game for RCB, for CSK, right? So if it can happen for CSK, why not for RCB, right? RCB just need one good partnership is what I would say, and they have got the firepower. Glenn Maxwell here, there's Dinesh Karthik, there's Shahbaz Ahmed, who has just come out in the middle. So I think one good partnership. But अगर CSK को यहाँ पे एक या दो विकेट मिल जाए, then we'll be able to say that the game is almost done.
ऑलमोस्ट डन इंडीड तो कमेंट सेक्शन में भी उनकी राय जानते हैं तो ऑलरेडी यू कैन सी हर्षल स्पैमिंग आरसीबी 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 और उसके ऊपर हार्दिक भाई कह रहे हैं कि 4 आरसीबियंस हॉन्टिंग देम मोइन दुबे उत्तप्पा एंड जॉर्डन वाह मतलब चारों आरसीबी के एक्स आरसीबी प्लेयर्स है इफ यू डोंट फॉरगेट शिवम दुबे उनके
Yes.
साथ थे आई थिंक 2018 या 19 में तो
Yeah.
इट वाज रियली फिटिंग अभिनव भाई कह रहे हैं कि आरसीबी पटेल क्रिकेट क्लब तो हर्षल पटेल को काफी मिस कर रहे थे तो इट इज सेफ टू से दैट हर्षल पटेल is a big miss to RCB's bowling lineup. तो आपको लगता है
100%.
अमोक कि जब तक हर्षल पटेल नहीं it really looks difficult for the RCB bowlers to step up. What do you think?
Yeah, I think because there are no bowlers that can give them the variations. Harshal Patel का जो skill set है, I think at the death overs if he bowls 2 overs, then I think उन 2 ओवरों में विकेट ज्यादा मिलते हैं उन्हें because that's where his skills comes into play. You know, the slower ball which he bowls, I think there's a very good thing about his slower ball that उनका action change नहीं होता. His hand moves with the same pace, but ball comes slower. Exactly what people like Dwayne Bravo do. So I think with that skill set, it is really difficult to hit on grounds like Diwai Patil where एक side बड़ा है, and if the leg side is bigger, then I think the batsman hitting the ball really has to wait for the ball to come on, judge the slowness of the pace of the delivery, and then swing the bat, which only set players can do.
जस्ट एन अपडेट तो बिग विकेट आ गई है सन्मय भाई ने अपडेट दे दिया ग्लेन मैक्सवेल इज आउट एंड रवि जडेजा द कैप्टन स्ट्रक गोल्ड एंड आई थिंक दिस इज लाइक ऐसे बोलते हैं कि 1 फुट इनटू द विनिंग टेरिटरी फॉर चेन्नई सुपर किंग्स तो जडेजा एक बिग मैन थे अभी दिनेश कार्तिक आना बाकी है बट व्हाट अ विकेट दिस वाज ही वाज लुकिंग लाइक ही वाज ऑन फॉर अ बिग शो बट रवि जडेजा मैन नॉक्ड हिम ओवर एंड टिपिकल रवि जडेजा फैशन में एंड मैक्सवेल लेट अस नॉट फॉरगेट ही स्ट्रगल्स अगेंस्ट जडेजा तो इसके पहले विकेट बॉल के पहले अगर उनका
Yeah,
रिकॉर्ड देखा जाए मैक्सवेल वर्सेस जडेजा का 50 बॉल डाले मैक्सवेल को जडेजा ने 66 रन एंड 6 डिसमिसल तो ये
6
करंटली
dismissals.
it was the 7th dismissal for Jadeja against Maxwell तो ऐसे बोल सकते हैं कि he was their bunny but big wicket for CSK and the party has already started in the comment section सनमय पूरे कैपिटल लेटर्स में डाल रहे हैं तो मतलब पता चलता है कितना बड़ा विकेट था तो अमोक व्हाट डू यू थिंक स्टिल चांस है आरसीबी को और डू यू थिंक काफी बड़ा
Yes,
टारगेट
yes,
इधर से
yes.
अभी
Way too less. Way too less. I think DK will have to play an inning that he has not played in his entire career till now. ऐसा कुछ करना पड़ेगा to get RCB out of this. But I think it's almost done and dusted. CSK is winning this because 50 for 4 is not a position you would want to be when you're chasing 210, 217 to be precise. So I think यार विक्रांत बोल रहे CSK is winning. I hope MI wins tomorrow. So यार दोस्ती सलामत रहेगी. So yeah, I hope the same because I am an MI fan, so I hope the same. But yeah, really happy to see CSK dominate this game over RCB, and 6.5 overs done. It's 50 for 4 at the moment for RCB, not looking good. But Suyash Prabhu Desai is out in the middle to bat with Shahbaz Ahmed and not Dinesh Karthik. So Dinesh Karthik will be batting at 7 most probably is what we feel. Sanchit, yaar, what do you feel? क्या होना चाहिए approach? Should CSK go for the kill right away, or should they wait for a wicket or two more? Because if they win by a big margin, then I think the run rate will come into play. So, what do you think should be done?
एग्जैक्टली उससे पहले मैं एक स्टैट बताना चाहता हूँ। तो अभी जस्ट मैंने ट्विटर पे ये स्टैट देखी। तो लास्ट ईयर ऑल्सो आरसीबी वेयर ऑन अ विनिंग रन एंड सीएसके वेयर थोड़ा सा मतलब आउट ऑफ फॉर्म थे, एक दो मैचेस हार गए थे। बट सीएसके वाज द टीम, देव सीएसके वेयर ऑन द टॉप बट एक मैच हार गए थे। बट सीएसके वाज द टीम हु स्टॉप्ड आरसीबीज विनिंग स्ट्रीक लास्ट ईयर। इंडिया का लेग था आई थिंक वो जडेजा एंड हर्षल पटेल वाली जो मैच थी लास्ट ओवर
Oh,
36 रन वाली। तो
afternoon game.
दैट वाज द गेम। Yeah, and also Jadeja started with the ball later on in the second innings. तो
Yeah,
वैसे ही लग रहा है सर रवि जडेजा is also back among the things. 4 wicket down already, spinners are enjoying bowling here. And to answer your question Amok, तो basically काफी dicey situation है for RCB. Now they have nothing to wait for. I think बस attack ही करना चाहिए now. अभी सुयश प्रभु देसाई आए and what a time to get his innings underway for RCB in such a crunch situation. So I think to be realistic, the target is a little bit out of reach at this moment. So
yeah,
Filal, I think they should look to conserve wicket and try to get closer to the target, because let us not forget ये match का result I don't think it will hurt RCB more than it will hurt CSK. So RCB can
exactly.
afford a loss because they are at 6 points. बस उनको वो नेट रन रेट पे देखना देखना जरूरी है। तो आई
Yeah,
थिंक टॉप 4 इज गोइंग टू बी डिसाइडेड बाय नेट रन रेट। तो if this match is a lost cause for RCB, they should try to get closer to the target. So I think उस हिसाब से they should
exactly.
plan the situation accordingly.
100%,
Uh,
100%. आरसीबी मिसिंग देयर मैन एबीडी यार। एबीडी से ज्यादा मेरे को अभी लग रहा है यार हर्षल पटेल। बिकॉज अभिनव ने जो कमेंट किया था आई कंप्लीटली एग्री, एंड आई थिंक मैक्सवेल ने जो शॉट खेला दैट वाज अ बिट लेजी फ्रॉम हिज एंड। आई थिंक he went for the shot first, then I think he thought that the ball will come much quicker, but ball thoda slow आया. So I think that it was kind of a lazy shot from someone like Glenn Maxwell, and सुयश प्रभु देसाई इज स्ट्रेट ऑन टू द अटैक। दूसरा ही बॉल अटैक करके लॉन्गॉन के पास वन टप बॉल गई, बट आई थिंक इंटेंशंस आर क्वाइट क्लियर, और क्लियर होने भी चाहिए। चेजिंग 217 इज नॉट अ like a very easy total in order to chase. So in the last three meetings in the IPL, CSK won by 6 wickets. CSK won. CSK won. Oh, so all the three games are won by CSK in the last meet. So yeah,
एग्जैक्टली।
another
और ये बताते
interesting
हैं कि जो
stat.
राइवलरी के बारे में बात करते हैं अमोक, जो राइवलरी के
Hmm.
बारे में बात करते हैं कि राइवलरी ऑलवेज गेट्स द बेटर ऑफ यू, चाहे
Better,
क्रिकेट
yeah,
हो या फुटबॉल हो। तो नो मैटर द फॉर्म ऑफ दैट टीम, बट जब भी ऐसे डर्बी आती है, ऐसे राइवलरी मैचेस आती है, द टीम सडनली स्टेप्स अप इनटू अ डिफरेंट गियर एंड सीएसके predominantly dominating this rivalry, even though किसी एक सीजन में देवर आउट ऑफ फॉर्म ऑल्सो। 2020 की अगर हम बात करें, देवर लैंग्विशिंग एट द बॉटम ऑफ द टेबल, बट जब आरसीबी वर्सेस सीएसके आई तभी दे स्टेप्ड अप एंड बीट आरसीबी when RCB were trying to qualify for the top 4. So this is where I think the rivalry gets pretty much quicker. But I think अगर ये CSK if they manage to defend this, then it's a big boost for their कैंपेन एज वेल, बिकॉज सनराइजर्स हैदराबाद भी अभी 2 मैचेस जीते हैं। तो बाद में फिर कल ही मैच मुंबई का है, तो उन पे अभी प्रेशर आएगा टू गेट द रिजल्ट, अदरवाइज एमआई विल बी लेफ्ट अलोन डाउन द ऑर्डर। बट उसका देर अभी भी है। तो थोड़ा
right.
कमेंट्स भी देख लेते हैं। रायन भाई ग्रेट स्टैट। हार्दिक भाई कह रहे कि डुबे शुड प्ले एज अ बैट्समैन नॉट एज अ ऑलराउंडर फॉर द betterment of CSK. So Amok, you agree with this? तो अगर वो एज अ बैटर खेलते हैं, then maybe there is a chance to maybe include someone like a Hangarekar in that 11 also. What do you think about this?
Yeah, but including Hunger Gaker, who will you leave out? That's the question. Yeah, so I mean, even if he's bowling, then he is just giving you another couple of overs, right? So, for example, if Jadeja goes for runs, suppose Jadeja को कल 2 ओवर में 25 रन पड़ते हैं, today it's not possible, but suppose in another game. So I think if Shivam Dubey is giving you 2 overs at the cost of 18 or say 15 or 18 runs, then I think it's good, right? Batting तो वो करेंगे ही, but along with that, if he's giving you a couple of overs with just 15 or 18 runs to let go, then why not? Why wouldn't you take it? एंड सुयश प्रभुदेसाई ने एक फोर मारा है, पिछले ओवर में भी एक फोर मारा था. सो आई थिंक ही स्ट्राइकिंग द बॉल रियली वेल. टू बी प्रिसाइज 5
Exactly.
बॉल में 10 रन बना चुके हैं. सो या दैट्स व्हाट आई थिंक अबाउट शिवम दुबे. आई थिंक ऑलराउंडर इज स्टिल good. I think he's always going to bat for you. So if he can give a couple of more overs, then why not, yaar? Why wouldn't you take it?
डेफिनेटली. और सात्विक भाई ने यहाँ पे कमेंट सेक्शन में काफी अच्छा सवाल पूछा है. तो सेंडिंग शिवम दुबे इंस्टेड ऑफ राइडू वाज अ मास्टर स्ट्रोक. योर व्यूज ऑन. तो आई थिंक क्रिकबस पे मैंने स्टार्ट पढ़ा था कि बिकॉज सीएसके हैज दैट मिडिल ऑर्डर फुल ऑफ लेफ्ट हैंडेड प्लेयर्स, तो उनको वो हसरंगा का जो थ्रेट था, दे वर एबल टू टारगेट इट रियली वेल. तो आई थिंक उसके वजह से वी सॉ शिवम दुबे बीइंग प्रमोटेड अबाउट राइडू टू टैकल दैट हसरंगा का स्पेल इन दैट मिडिल, एंड इट वर्कड रियली रियली
Yeah,
वेल फॉर देम. तो व्हाट डू यू थिंक अबाउट दिस अमोग? वाज इट typical CSK management decision? What
CSK
do you think?
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually it was typical CSK management stuff, but I think CSK जितने अच्छे से गेम को रीड करते हैं, I think that there are very less franchises who read the game like CSK do. Abhi, I don't know if it is the Dhoni effect or the Fleming effect or whatever it is, but yeah, I think another reason can be to maintain the lefty righty combination, because I think Shivam Dube के साथ Robin Uthappa was already batting, and Rayudu, if Rayudu comes in, then it would have been both righty batsmen, right? And the spin attack that RCB have got, I think Shahbaz Ahmed as well as Hasaranga, one is a leg spinner, one is a left arm orthodox spinner. So I think दोनों righty होंगे तो the ball is going away from the right hander after pitching, right? So you need a left hander in order for the ball to come into you so that उसको मारने के लिए आसानी हो. So I think it was a master stroke, but there's a lot of technical mind behind it, which I really love. So yeah, correct decision made and fantastic decision. I think they'll do this quite for some time.
एग्जैक्टली. तो कमेंट सेक्शन में काफी हर्षल पटेल पे डिपेंडेंसी बता रहे हैं इन द कमेंट सेक्शन फॉर आरसीबी बॉलिंग, एंड विट वेरी वेल मे बी ट्रू. बट उसके पहले एक बताना चाहता हूँ. सो काफी क्या बोलते हैं, डिवाइडेड इन द कमेंट सेक्शन. तो सो टू ब्रिंग देम टुगेदर, लेट अस नाउ टॉक अबाउट चैम्प हंट, आवर टाइटल स्पॉन्सर for this year's IPL. So please जाके डिस्क्रिप्शन में उनकी सोशल मीडिया प्रोफाइल से एंड इवन वेबसाइट है, तो यू कैन रजिस्टर
Yeah,
देयर एंड रजिस्टर योरसेल्फ, एंड यू कैन also get in touch with other cricket fans, sports fans, like all of us, and it's a great opportunity to connect and talk cricket. I mean, IPL festival है, we love to talk cricket चाहे कोई भी हो. तो यहाँ पे strangers become friends, तो वैसे ही you can also find new friends on Champhunt. So जल्दी से जाके वेबसाइट पे जाके अपना अकाउंट रजिस्टर कर दो, and who knows, you might also be getting some amazing discounts and offers. जहाँ वहाँ पे आपको काफी अच्छे कॉन्टेस्ट एंड ऑफर्स भी मिलेंगे. तो जाके देख लो साइट क्या है. तो it will be really beneficial for you. But anyways, back to
exactly.
the match. तो current score update दे देते हैं. RCB 9 overs gone, 73 for 4. They need 144 in 66 balls. It looks pretty much out of hands, but we never know. दिनेश कार्तिक भी है बाकी. तो अमोग एक wild thought idea देता हूँ. तो we saw couple of nights ago Ashwin being retired out, and we saw Riyan Parag coming in. तो आपको लगता है अगर एक दो ओवर तक विकेट ना गिरे, तो we may see someone getting retired out and see Dinesh Karthik coming in? What do you think? Is that a
Well,
possibility?
see, wicket ना गिरे ये तो ठीक है, but it will be important that runs कितने बन रहे. विकेट ना गिरे और 2 ओवर में अगर 25 रन बन रहे, so it does not make any sense to get retired out. But I think यार ऐसे होगा तो नहीं यार, कोई retire out तो होगा नहीं. I think this only happens with रविचंद्रन अश्विन. और ये जो उनकी आदत है, जो हम लोग बोलते हैं कि टू मेक द व्यूअर्स, टू मेक द फैंस एक्वेंटेड विद न्यू रूल्स नहीं बोल सकते, बट जो रूल्स हमें पता नहीं होते, उनको कर दिखाने का जो जज्बा है वो सिर्फ रविचंद्रन अश्विन के पास है, इज व्हाट आई फील. एंड आई जस्ट लव द वे ही यूटिलाइजेस द गेम यार. आई मीन मतलब ऐसे रूल्स है, सो इट इज कंप्लीटली लीगल टू डू सो, राइट? So I really love the way he approaches the game, and like we said yesterday, I think yesterday's stream also we said that there is no better cricketer than Ravichandran Ashwin, who knows all the rules of the game. So I think that's really good on his part.
एग्जैक्टली. तो सात्विक भाई कह रहे हैं कि बोथ द बैट्समैन हु प्लेड वेल टुडे वर फॉर्मर पार्ट ऑफ आरसीबी. भाई वही बात आती है. वी डिस्कस्ड अबाउट इट, एक्स आरसीबीएंस डोमिनेटिंग. बट यस, आई आल्सो एग्री विद रयान कि प्रभु देसाई एंड शाहबाज आर लुकिंग रियली गुड. क्लोज मैच तो अभी फिलहाल तो कुछ कह नहीं सकते, बट वी नेवर नो. सीएसके आल्सो वेयर after the end of 10 overs, I think 60-70 पे ही थे.
62.
उसके बाद
Yeah,
फिर 62, या तो उसके बाद ही वो सब डैमेज एंड डिस्ट्रक्शन हुआ. तो आई एम नॉट श्योर वेदर आरसीबी विल फॉलो द सेम पैथ, बिकॉज मोमेंटम ऑल्सो प्लेज अ पार्ट एंड ऑल्सो प्रेशर. तो सीएसके वर प्लेइंग विदाउट प्रेशर. उनको पता था नथिंग इज गोइंग देयर वे, सो माइट एज वेल जस्ट गो एंड अटैक. बट आरसीबी नोज की एट द बैक ऑफ द माइंड वो नेट रन रेट का भी देखना है उन्हें. तो मे बी दे विल बी अ लिटिल
yeah.
बिट cautious. But if they don't win it, if they don't lose it at least by a closer margin, then वो net run rate पे impact जो गिरेगा, I think it will be a severe impact than losing 2 points.
Yes,
या तो
100%.
वैशाली हमारे कल की गेस्ट कह रही है कि आउट ऑफ 9 overs गॉन 7 आर ऑफ स्पिनर्स. दिस वाज अ ग्रेट स्ट्रेटेजी बाय सीएसके कंसीडरिंग ड्यू कमिंग इन लेटर, इन द लेटर पार्ट. सो वेरी वेरी वेल सेड. तो ड्यू बाद में आता है तो इट गेट्स डिफिकल्ट फॉर द स्पिनर्स to grip the ball, so that is why CSK are utilizing the spinners अभी सही. तो what do you think, Amok? Great strategy.
100% यार. I mean, बाद में spinners आएंगे, they'll be difficult to grip the ball. So yeah, fantastically mentioned that 9 overs gone, 7 were from spinners, and they started with Moeen Ali itself. Mahesh Tikshna is always known for bowling in the power play with the new ball. So I think brilliant strategy. It's like लोहा गरम है हथौड़ा मार लो. That was the strategy. They started with spin. They saw wickets जा रहे हैं, and then they just continued with that because that was reaping results. So and now Jordan is into the attack. I think मुकेश के भी 2 ही ओवर हुए हैं या 1 ही ओवर हुआ है, इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग. 2 ओवर हुआ है आई गेस. तो आई थिंक उनके भी 2 ओवर बाकी है. ब्रावो इज लेफ्ट विद ऑल द 4 overs. Shivam Dubey is there if anyone gets a beating. I don't think he'll come into play today with the ball, but still, I mean, very very good strategy.
एग्जैक्टली. एंड ये दृष्टि का जो कमेंट है, आई थिंक इट्स अ वेरी लॉजिकल वन. तो हमने कहा कि कैन आरसीबी आल्सो डू इट, बट लेट अस नॉट फॉरगेट आरसीबी इज 4 डाउन, सीएसके वे जस्ट 2 डाउन. तो इसके बाद बस दिनेश कार्तिक है एंड उसके बाद वन इंटू असरंगा. वी डोंट नो वेदर टू ट्रस्ट वन इंटू असरंगा इन सच अ रन चेस, बट दिनेश कार्तिक इज द ओनली प्रॉपर बैटर कमिंग इन. सो डोंट
Correct.
नो वेदर दे विल एक्सेलरेट एट दैट रेट जैसे सीएसके किए थे. तो इट हैज ऑलरेडी स्टार्टेड. आई थिंक प्रभु देसाई इज प्लेइंग रियली वेल इन दिस ओवर सो फार. पहला ही बॉल बाउंड्री
Yes.
मारे, फिर 1 रन लिए. तो वी डोंट नो एग्जैक्टली at what rate will RCB play in the next 4 to 5 hours. But if I was an RCB fan, I would want us to at least get closer to the target. फिर उसके बाद देखा जाएगा. Because yes, 2 point तो it is not in our hands at times, but at least net run rate अपने हाथ में रहता है. तो वो कम करने के लिए they should play cautiously. So comment section में आप भी बता दीजिए if you are an RCB fan whether to go for the target or to just सेटल फॉर अ लॉस एंड नेट रन रेट पे देखे. तो आप बताओ आपकी क्या अप्रोच रहेगी इफ यू आर एन आरसीबी फैन, बिकॉज आई थिंक हमारे कमेंट
Sanchit,
सेक्शन
I
में जो
would,
ऑडियंस
yeah, I would go
है.
for the target till another couple of wickets go. By the way, I mean, there's still Dinesh Karthik to come. There's still one into Hasaranga to come who can, we cannot completely trust him, but he can still hit the long ball. I mean, there's still Prabhu Desai who's playing well at a strike rate of 200. There's Shabaz who has shown his worth just a couple of games ago against Rajasthan Royals, and here it is. Prabhu Desai has hit another boundary. So yeah, दिल scoop मारा है Jordan को for another boundary. So I think you have to go for the win at this stage because 9.4 overs 83. अगर आप विकेट कॉलम ना देखें तो 9.4 overs 83 is a decent score. It's just an above par score. So I think CSK also crossed 100 in the 13th over. 13 over पे they were
या
105 for 2 is what I remember. शिवम दुबे ने लास्ट बॉल पे 6 मारा था 13th over के. So I think this is still chaseable if they play sensibly and if they don't lose wickets. But I think because see they were 13 overs 105. These guys are 9.4 overs 83 for 4. So ये लोग शायद 105 क्रॉस कर जाए even before 13 overs.
या
Right. And if they don't lose wickets in the next 4 or 5 overs, then there's DK to come. There's Hasaranga to come. And I think we all know how DK is in the last 5 overs. So I think there
एग्जैक्टली.
is still time to rule RCB out of this chase is what I'm getting to. I think the next 3 to 4 overs are very, very crucial.
एग्जैक्टली. उससे देखना भी है कि कितने ओवर स्पिनर्स डालते हैं, बिकॉज सीएसके की स्ट्रेंथ इज स्पिनर्स. आई डोंट थिंक दे आर गोइंग टू
Yes.
ट्रस्ट समवन लाइक अ मुकेश चौधरी at death, but I think they are trying to win this match within the first 15 overs. That is the plan.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
Yes.
ये comment Ryan का, I think it was about RR game. Yes, I agree that Riyan Parak should have been promoted, but the only reason Ashwin was promoted, I think even Sangakkara ने mention किया था in the post match conference that they actually messed up by sending RVD ahead of Riyan Parak. तो वहाँ पे वो rectify करने के लिए they sent Ravichandran Ashwin, and Ravichandran Ashwin has been batting in the nets since the start of the season, so he was preparing for this kind of situation. Ashwin is not a tail ender, he's there for such collapses, तो उसके वजह से they have एक्चुअली बोलते हैं ना शील्डेड रियान पराग, एंड ही डिड हिज जॉब. रियान पराग न्यू दैट उसका जॉब था कि 15 ओवर्स के बाद आना. सो आई डोंट थिंक इट वाज सेंसलेस, इट वाज जस्ट क्या बोलते हैं कि पेपरिंग ओवर द क्रैक, जो क्रैक हुआ था बाय सेंडिंग आरवीडी इन अर्ली. आई थिंक दैट वाज पेपर्ड रियली वेल बाय सेंडिंग अश्विन. तो आई डोंट थिंक इट वाज सेंसलेस, एंड दे डू ट्रस्ट रियान पराग, and he'll definitely come good. That is for sure. Yeah, Ashwin likes limelight first, man. Kid now retired out. I think it will be a trend now.
Exactly.
Retired out वाला trend रहेगा ही जरूर. Afreen, welcome back to the stream. It's been a long time. Chaseable only if no more wickets. Yes, Amog ने अभी just वो कहा कि the next 4 or 5 overs is going to be very very crucial for RCB. अगर wicket ना जाती है, then let's see Dinesh Karthik can do another magic. We never can rule Dinesh
Yes, yes.
Karthik out.
But
That's for
Sanjit,
sure.
the important thing is wicket ना जाने से सिर्फ बात नहीं बनेगी. I think they have a
Yeah,
couple of
run
roles
rate.
here which go hand in hand. Exactly. So in the next 4 overs, if you look at it, 10 overs gone, 86 for 4 is the score. In the next 4 overs, they have to be somewhere around 130, 135, but also make sure that they don't lose wickets. So I think it is a bit of a double-edged sword for RCB. But if they do it, then I think we'll have a very interesting game on the cards because DK is yet to come.
Exactly. But speaking about first innings, तो यहाँ पे जय भाई ने अच्छा stat लाया है that not अच्छा from India's point of view, but Mohammad Siraj in death overs, 7 overs, 109 runs and 0 wickets. So Mohammad Siraj has been talked highly, and काफी लोगों ने ये भी, even including me, I thought that he can be our answer for that third seamer in Australia a few months later in that World Cup. So it's really not good looking for Mohammad Siraj. He did have good IPL last 2 seasons, but this season it's not really working, especially death over में जिस पे हम trust करते. I mean, it was just last year when we saw Siraj defending that total against someone like an Andre Russell
Yeah.
in that match. So looking at Mohammad Siraj right now, it really is looking concerning. So Amog, what do you think about Mohammad Siraj? So do you think that these performances will dent his chances even more to break into that 11 for the World Cup?
Yes, to some extent, yes, but I think we need to wait and watch the other 10 games as well because we are still in the first 20 25 days of the tournament. We still need to wait and look forward to what the next 10 or next 9 games bring to us. Yes, Satvik is mentioning CSK were 67 for 2 at this stage. Yes. So RCB are 90 or 89. I think they have lost the two more wickets, but I think फैंटास्टिक शॉट बाय प्रभु देसाई. जडेजा को रिवर्स स्वीप मारा है पॉइंट के ऊपर से.
Wow.
I think that's a very very good shot and intentions quite clear and rightly so. Coming back to the Siraj question, I think we'll have to wait and watch is what I personally think. And I think Rohit Sharma and the team management will have their somewhat एक idea होगी कि who are going to be the death bowlers. I think अगर उसके बारे में हम लोग सोच रहे हैं तो हर्षल पटेल fits that category first for me. More than anyone else, and that's a 6 to Jadeja over deep square leg. Wow. I think Prabhu Desai is taking his chance with grabbing his chance by both the hands. Yeah, I mean,
Exactly.
this
और
is
ये जो
this
रैन का
is
सवाल है, it really matches that tone because वो कह रहा है कि youngsters performing well than the capped Indian players. This is a good sign or a bad sign? So we got the CSK fan Sanmay with us already. Sanmay, what better way to answer this question from Rayan? So what do you think, youngsters performing better than the capped players? Good sign or bad sign?
इट्स अ गुड साइन बिकॉज तुम लोग को और कॉम्पिटिशन मिलता रहेगा हमारे लिए और द कैप प्लेयर्स को भी और मिलेगा कि हमको परफॉर्म करने का एंड दिस यंगस्टर्स आर वेटिंग फॉर द चांस टू कम आउट. तो इसके लिए अभी भी मैं डरा हुआ हूँ बिकॉज देयर इज अ यंगस्टर कमिंग ऑफ सुरेश प्रभु देसाई खेल रहा है एंड ही इज प्लेइंग रियली वेल हियर एट प्रेजेंट इज प्लेइंग रियली वेल. पता नहीं वो मैच उड़ा के भी लेके जा सकता है. बट आई हैव सीन फॉर पास्ट फ्यू मैचेस सीएसके अगेंस्ट एक ना एक तो जन डेब्यू कर ही रहा है ओपोनेंट टीम में एंड वो मैच लेके जा रहे हैं सीएसके के हाथ से. It's good that the young Indian batsmen are playing really well. तो इससे और हमको और ऑप्शंस मिलेंगे एंड और कंपटीशन बढ़ेगा ताकि जो अभी भी खड़े हुए प्लेयर्स हैं उनको भी कंपटीशन लगे कि हाँ ठीक है हमको परफॉर्म करना ही पड़ेगा बिकॉज दे आर यंगस्टर्स कमिंग आउट.
Exactly. तो हमारे stat man in the comment section, Jay bhai, first of all, thank you very much for yet another super chat. तो 100 rupees super chat, I think जैसे 100 आरसीबी ने 100 रन अभी रीच किए वही टाइम पे एक सुपर चैट आया. सो प्रीटी नाइस कोइंसिडेंस, बट ही इज कमिंग अप विद अ स्टैट दैट जडेजा वर्सेस मैक्सवेल का जो हमने अभी जस्ट बात किया था, ही रिमूव्ड मैक्सवेल फॉर द 7th टाइम इन T20 क्रिकेट, 50 balls, 66 run and 7 dismissals. So Amok Sanmay, fair to say that Maxwell is Jadeja's bunny at this point?
Yes,
because
100% at this point, 100%.
बिकॉज एक
Yeah,
टाइम में
sir.
देखा है तो वो लिए है हमेशा जडेजा का विकेट, इसके आफ्टर ही टुक मैक्सिस विकेट दिखा रहे थे हम लोगों की जडेजा को कैसे आउट किया है, एंड सिमिलर वे में उसको आउट किया था, बॉल स्किड ऑफ एंड लगा ऑफ स्टंप पे. Still I didn't wanted Jadeja to bowl that third over because for me Jadeja is never ever a 4 over bowler. Maximum 2 over डाल दिया तो अच्छा है. I would have loved Mahesh Theekshana to bowl here. But so far अभी तक का जडेजा का कैप्टनसी अच्छा रहा है फ्रॉम स्टार्ट ऑफ द इनिंग्स. फैफ के सामने स्पिनर लेके आया ताकि वो टी ऑफ ना करे. फैफ स्ट्रगल्स अगेंस्ट स्पिनर रियली लॉट, एंड ड्यू गिरने से पहले भी हम लोगों ने स्पिनर्स को यूज कर लिया. Now it's really upon us to lose from here. 54 balls, 116 runs should be defendable because with one side being longer side and longer boundaries, अगर इधर हम लोग 200 डिफेंड नहीं कर पाए तो I don't think so this bowling lineup can ever defend 200 at any gun.
एग्जैक्टली, तो रेहान भाई भी यही कह रहे थे इन द कमेंट्स कि अगर आरसीबी ये मैच स्टील कर लेते हैं देन सीएसके फैंस विल हैव मॉर्निंग फॉर द रिमेनिंग आईपीएल. आई थिंक इट लुक्स अनरियलिस्टिक, बट अगर ऐसे हो जाता है जैसे सन्मय ने कहा, then I'm not sure whether a CSK fan can be optimistic even 1% for the rest of the season, because सब कुछ किया but अभी दीपक चार ही नहीं है. Then how can you even, like, if you can't defend 200 from this stage, then it really is difficult to bounce back from that situation. So hopefully from CSK's point of view that doesn't happen. It looks unrealistic at this point. 116 in 53 balls, it could have been chaseable, but wickets in hand I think थोड़ा सा issue रहेगा. जे भाई या जे भाई को अच्छा नाम दिया है द स्टैट शो, बोल रहे कि चैनल खोलो स्टैट शो के भाई. या आई थिंक ही ब्रिंग्स अप रियली great stats. So we are also joined by Sanjay, an RCB fan. So Sanjay, difficult night so far for you. What are your thoughts, like initial thoughts from RCB's point of view? Like, did you expect this onslaught
No,
from
no, no.
CSK?
See, before in the previous live sessions and all, wait a second. Yeah, I was pretty confident that CSK will try for a comeback because based on the record what CSK has on RCB, it's like I was not overconfident. I was at practically analyzed. I knew it would be a very tough match for us, but I didn't expect it would be this tough. They would cross 200, 34 for 2-2, 215 for with the Dubey playing 95 not out, which I'm unable to forget from my head. For the first time, I'm remembering opponents' innings. It's still haunting me. And that Robin Uthappa's 10 sixes, man. Oh God.
That's how
And
Dinesh
what a
Karthik haunted us. That's how Dinesh Karthik
and
haunted
what a
us.
beautiful
So I know
bowling
it.
by Akashdeep. I would love his spell. He should debut for India as ASAP. I would love to see him in Indian colors.
We can see the sarcasm coming in from
But
Sanjay.
but one thing I'm happy is even though if Hasaranga is leaking runs, 3 overs, he leaked somewhere around 30, 33 or 34. But I'm still happy that he has that consistency in taking wickets. He took crucial wickets. He has that consistency in taking wickets. He has to look for his economy. Like now he is maintaining somewhere around 8.5 and 8.6. If he reduces a bit by if it falls to 7.9 or 8, it would be good for him. But as far as some two players are giving hopes for us, we are not winning. That we are going to lose by small margin. I would tell.
Yeah. So I
Based on
think
that, this is not
that
RCB's
is the
match for
criteria.
sure.
Yeah. तो net run
If
rate
it
की
has to
बात
go
करते हैं.
if it has to go something and all, miracle should happen. And we literally missed Harshal Patel's service today. But still, hats off, man. His family comes first. In spite of that, he took a day's leave. That's all. In quarantine, so his dedication, I would really salute.
Exactly. So guys, I'll take your leave. So we are also joined by Nikhil here, and I think Sanmay का reaction देखे कुछ तो हुआ है, maybe a catch drop or a six, but
Yeah,
we'll let the
Surya's
action
को
be
drop किया.
continued. Oh, so yeah, I think still let's see whether it is a costly one or not. But Amog, you can carry on. Sanmay, Sanjay, enjoy the show, and hopefully it will be a cracking match. So till then,
Sanchit,
hope you
I
all
have
have a
just
great
one
day.
request. Sanchit, I have just one request. Please don't
हाँ, tweet
open
नहीं
your Twitter
करूँगा.
for now.
हाँ.
No, please don't
नहीं
do it.
करूँगा.
Thanks.
समझा.
Let us enjoy this
Sanjit, you jinx.
last 9
For my
overs.
sake,
Enjoy
you jinx.
this.
Sanjit, I wanted to jinx. Sanjit, I wanted to jinx. Come on, Sanjit. Sanjit, please
बिजनेस
jinx.
खोलूंगा
If
मैं
you
अभी.
jinx now,
बिजनेस
RCB is
खोलने
going
वाला
to
हूँ
win for
जिंक्सिंग.
sure.
Jinx.
No, no. If
Take
you
Jinx
jinx it,
ka 500
I'm
rupees.
pretty sure that we are winning it. I'm pretty sure that we are winning it.
One Jinx ka 500 rupees. I'll send my GPay number late. But
Of
yeah, I
course,
think it
yeah,
was
yeah,
great,
yeah,
great
yeah.
guys. Enjoy the show. Take care, everyone. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sanjit. We are also joined by Nikhil. तो आज के होस्ट है बट ही इज ऑल्सो सी एस के फैन सो निखिल वुड लाइक टू नो योर ओपिनियंस यार जस्ट ड्रॉप किया है प्रभु देसाई को आई थिंक बाउंड्री पे सो सन्मय ने तो अपना रिएक्शन दे ही दिया था सन्मय वाज डेवास्टेटेड व्हाट डू यू थिंक अबाउट दैट एंड व्हाट डू यू थिंक ऑफ दिस गेम बेसिकली 50 balls 109 runs quite in your hand right
Seems, I guess it seems to be, but you always have to be professional. Uh, you just cannot drop catches, whatever the equation may be, and whoever is batting. So important that we get these two out early, because even if they're new guys or they're youngsters, they are proving to be very useful for RCB, and they're constantly touching that run rate, the net run rate mark, which they need continuously. So they got 14 from Jadeja's over, then they got 13 from Chris Jordan. So they're, they're very close to that. So again, wickets are the key here. अगर आप विकेट्स लोगे तो ही आप यहाँ पे रेस्ट्रिक्ट करना थोड़ा मुश्किल है. ऑब्वियसली 217 अपहिल टास्क है, बट अगर 205 चेस हो सकते हैं तो पक्का 217 चेस हो सकते हैं अगर विकेट्स नहीं लिए और ऐसे कैचेस ड्रॉप करते रहे तो पक्का यू आर गिविंग एन एज टू द ऑपोजिशन. और बेसिक है, प्रोफेशनल रहना पड़ता है. जैसे हमने बहुत बार सुना है, कैचेस विन मैचेस. सो लेट्स सी ये कितना कॉस्टली पड़ता है उनको.
एग्जैक्टली और सन्मय के सामने शायद कोई आरसीबी फैन आके चिल्ला रहा था तो सन्मय ने उसको चुप कराया कि यार दिस गेम इज आवर्स करके. सो आई थिंक दैट वाज द केस बट 48 balls to go 107 runs needed. Mahesh Tikshana is back into the attack. In every match a different player steps up for RCB to fight it out. This team is on a purpose to win or lose look out for RCB. Yes, I do agree with this statement big time. संजय यार तेरे पास आना चाहूंगा. आई थिंक यू विल ऑल्सो अग्री टू दिस स्टेटमेंट बिकॉज इन एवरी मैच यू आर फाइंडिंग अ डिफरेंट हीरो.
You are mute. You are mute. Sanjay, you're on mute.
Yeah, yeah. This I can completely relate because this is what something similar we saw in 2016 T20 World Cup West Indies. Her match में every
Yeah.
match a different player stood up for the team. But in this year's IPL, yes, first we saw Faf standing up first match, then we saw Virat, then DK continuously for 3 matches he's been finishing for us. Shahbaz has been brilliant, and now again a new star Suyan. It's a total because as we have the absence of AB de Villiers, so there is a test for the middle orders how they might perform under the pressure. So yes, right now seeing the situation 107 and 48, keeping in these two mind, DK to come, I think it's a wicket now.
And now a wicket. Just
Matter
cut करना चाहता हूँ.
of time.
प्रभु सुरेश प्रभु देसाई आउट हो गए. महेश तीक्ष्ण ने 40 विकेट. सो वो ड्रॉप उतना महंगा नहीं साबित हुआ. So you can continue.
और ये एक interesting, I guess this is one interesting question that I want to ask to everyone in the panel, that every time we've seen a youngster, stepping up, scoring those crucial runs for the team, 90% of times we've seen that the youngsters would not finish the game. They will score an excellent knock, but they find themselves not able to get the team over the line. I've observed this for the last couple of years now. However impressive or however how many runs they score, there are very few that have crossed the line or helped the team cross the line. They usually, even if the equation is in the chasing team's favor, they usually get out for a glory shot, or they want to finish it with a 6 or a 4, and in process they get out. So what are your thoughts on these things? Have you guys also seen that kind of dip when it comes to finishing games by the youngsters? I'll go with Sanjay first.
I think yeah.
Yeah, when you ask all these youngsters, they'll have lot much of pressures when they're coming to space. Based on today's match, you can see Suyash was very aggressive in the power play, off 2 hours post power play. aggressive. In spite of field settings, he took out the gaps, he took the big shots, sixes and fours. But down the line, when he gets the taste of runs, youngsters, as you can tell, young blood, they want to score more runs. They'll be thrilled to score more runs. There, that is where bowlers start tempting the players. They make them go forward. The same thing happened here. Tikshana, he just gave one try of getting tempt to him, and Suyan stepped for it down the line, so he got out. But when you come for experienced batters like now, as not Kohli is not in form, but when you come for experienced players like Dhoni, Dinesh Karthik, Fab du Plessis, they have gone through a lot of pressures. They know how to tackle the innings, at when to hit and when not to hit. So it should be seniors who should be carrying the match instead of youngsters, because they might need a little of motivation and little experience.
And Nikhil, you used a word known as youngsters. तो बोला अभी भी थोड़ा यंग है, दे विल गेट जैसा जैसा और भी गेम्स खेलेंगे दे विल गेट मैच्योर. इफ यू सी टुडे विद शिवम दुबे, रॉबिन उत्तपा वो स्टैंडिंग, तो वो उनको ठहराव दे सकता है कि या यू गो फॉर योर शॉट्स, बट तुम धीरे धीरे थोड़ा स्कोर बोर्ड को भी टिकिंग रखो, तुम टिको एंड मोमेंट तक. So sometimes these youngsters want an experienced player standing in front of them ताकि उनको वो ठहराव लेके आए. If you have seen today's last over of CSK batting, धोनी was calming Shivam Dube every time. अगर 2 डॉट के बाद में उसको हुआ कि थोड़ा शांति रह ले, you watch the ball and hit it completely, तभी जाके उसने हेजलवुड को एक 6 मारा. So you want an experienced player with you ताकि वो थोड़ा ठहराव लेके आ सके तुम्हारे लिए. एंड तो हम लोग धीरे धीरे, योर क्वेश्चन वाज दैट विल यंगस्टर्स फिनिश करेंगे कि नहीं करेंगे. वंस दे हैव एन एक्सपीरियंस प्लेयर, फिर वो लोग फिनिश भी करेंगे. इफ यू सी आरसीबी वर्सेस आरआर का मैच, दे हैड शहबाज अहमद एंड डीके हु फिनिश. तो शहबाज के सामने डीके था जो उसको बोला था कि तू 4-6 मार, बट साथ साथ में देखते भी जा, डॉट्स मत करा, सिंगल डबल भी लेते रहे. सो यू वांट एन एक्सपीरियंस आल्सो इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू एंड एक यंगस्टर्स आल्सो, ताकि एक यंगस्टर फिनिश कर सके एंड ही कैन प्लान द चेस properly. So it's a mixture. You always need a mixture of both experience and youngster going ahead.
Yes, absolutely.
Exactly.
Very rightly said. Amok, what about you?
Yeah, I think I completely agree. दोनों ने काफी अच्छे points cover कर लिए. I think it's the knack of once you get settled, it's about finishing games and coming in. I think players like Virat Kohli, Kane Williamson, they have been taught that from a very early age from their club academies. But now I think with the game getting advanced, I think players want to finish the games early, or uske hisab se they try and play, or maybe sometimes throw their wickets away as well. But I think that is still an art, that is still a skill, which I personally feel needs to be taught to many young talents, because players like Ayush Badoni, Shubman Gill, Prithvi Shaw, need to know the importance of finishing an inning. Once you are set, you don't throw it away. So I think it's a very important skill, and it's a very good question that you asked. Ryan बराबर बोल रहे हैं, राहुल तिवाटिया, आयुष बदोनी फिनिशिंग नॉक्स खेले दो बार सीजन में. I think आयुष बदोनी more than twice. He's been really good for Lucknow Super Giants. शिवम दोषी बोल रहे क्या बात है सन्मय, तेरे बहुत फैंस है यार आज कमेंट्स में. शिवम बोल रहे क्या बात है सन्मय, पहले भी
पूरे
बोला
चैट में सन्मय
कमेंट किया था. हाँ वही.
वो सीएसके जीत रहे थे इसलिए आया हुआ.
Who will
हाँ वही.
And it's like a signature
ये
style.
ध्रुव
Whenever
परमार का
RCB is in
क्वेश्चन.
that chill, that whenever that RCB is in that momentum, winning 3-3, 2-2, we guarantee lose one match in a row. Somewhere we lose that momentum, and that is our trademark. And we are giving what we can tell our Cherry buddies, best friends, CSK and RCB such best friends, because CSK such a way that they want to bash us every time they meet us. So today also that is what is happening. But I'm pretty not to take this, because anyway MI matches is over. But anyway, we faced MI for just once this season, and we have done with them. But we are facing CSK for one more time. I think we'll take the revenge there. But literally, but today
Yes.
Harshal was the main missing factor. His 4 overs would have caused us a lot more runs would have been saved, because he was in top-notch form this season.
Yes,
Yes,
as we
and
speak,
सात्विक वही पूछ रहे
Anand,
थे आपको संजय भाई कि to the RCB guy, do you agree that without Harshal your bowling has been exposed today and Siraj was not up to the mark? So yes, he has already answered that. He does feel that Siraj was not up to the mark, and Harshal Patel was his main bowler who was missed today. a lot of CSK fans. Shivani बोल रही है hoping that CSK clinch this. Ryan really hoping to see Chennai win this game. Shivam is asking a very interesting question to you, Sanmay. Do you think CSK was missing this mixture? I think ये combination बोलना चाह रहे in the last 4 matches.
सर नहीं, आई गेस यही कॉम्बिनेशन था हमारा शायद से फॉर लास्ट 2 मैचेस। लास्ट मैच में यही कॉम्बिनेशन से खेले थे, बट मोर ऑफ लाइक हम लोग को रन्स चाहिए थे फॉर अ बॉलर टू डिफेंड द टारगेट। वी वांटेड अ गुड स्कोर ऑन द बोर्ड एंड एक कॉन्फिडेंस
Yeah.
चाहिए था। सो मे बी वो दुबई का इनिंग से कॉन्फिडेंस लेके आएगा हमारे लिए गोइंग अहेड इन द टूर्नामेंट। एंड जैसा इट्स अ आईपीएल इज अ फनी टूर्नामेंट, वंस यू गेट अ विक्ट्री और अ गुड और अ बिग विक्ट्री इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू, वो मोमेंटम तुम कैरी कर सकते हो एंड इट कैन totally change your team's car. For first 4 games we might have been lose, but इधर से maybe we can see us CSK का victory string चालू हो जाए। So it all depends on how CSK carries this game, कितना confidence लेके जाता है इधर से आगे। It all depends on what is the result at the end of the match, वो भी depend करता है इस पे। So lot of things करता है, but one thing I just want to say to CSK fans कि accept it कि this is a new CSK, this will take some time to settle down। मे बी ये सीजन हम लोग एक
Correct.
सेटल डाउन का हो जाए एंड नेक्स्ट सीजन हम लोग वापस पुराना सीएसके बन जाए। सो ये एक्चुअली सीएसके फैंस को आदत नहीं है देखने का उतना, इसके लिए हम लोग अभी थोड़ा वो हलचल मच रहा है हम लोग की इसमें। बट जितना जल्दी एक्सेप्ट कर ले वही अच्छा रहेगा कि दिस इज अ न्यू साइड, दिस विल टेक सम टाइम टू सेटल डाउन, बट वंस इट इज सेटल डाउन वी ऑल नो व्हाट सीएसके कैन डू।
True, true. And with that positive energy, guys, I'll leave it to Nikhil now to take this forward from here. Have a great session, guys. Till the end of the game, it's 39 balls, 93 runs required. So I think if DK stays till the end, we have got an interesting game at hand. So enjoy. Do include everyone from the comment section as well, because we have got a great audience as well जो हम लोग को हॉटस्टार के पहले stats दे देते हैं, अच्छे questions देते हैं. So keep the energy up, guys, and also do mention CHAMPHUNT because they have been doing a very interesting job. It's a very interesting platform. उनके सारे links हम लोग के description में added है. So do continue, guys. All the best, and all the best to Sanjay, Sanmay, yaar, Nikhil, to you as well. You are a host today, but I mean, I know you're a CSK fan, so all the best to you as well.
Yes, thank you, Amog. I'll take it from here. Lots of chats we want to engage. Ryan is saying death bowling of CSK will be tested tonight. और ये एक बहुत बड़ा फैक्टर. संजय is disagreeing straight away.
It's not like that.
This is a question for you now.
Yeah,
Will DK
will
remain
DK
undefeated
remain
even?
undefeated even today? That is little tough because based on the conditions, DK might. The pressure is on the as you when you analyze properly. If your top order performs while chasing, your top order should perform. If your top order doesn't perform, the pressure will slip to middle order. Then it comes to finisher. Right now, DK is carrying a much of pressure. 93 in 39, 91 in 31 is not an equation we have to watch to with players like Shabazz and Karthik because they are not like Russell or Pollard who has been facing such kind of innings. So even if you come to Chennai, they are like Dhoni. If Dhoni was in the team, I would have pretty confident that Dhoni was somehow would have taken 91 runs in 39 balls. DK might be undefeated today, might not be also because it all depends on situation how it goes on. Because when you see CSK's bowling as compared to the previous year, just take last year only, the champion year, their bowling was so strong that was somewhat to control. But right now, for them in the death. Bravo goes expensive. Mukesh Chaudhary might have done this match good. Tikshana is a good bowler. We all know what he does for Sri Lanka. So apart from that, bowling is looking little weak. But CSK death bowling won't be tested today because it's anyways their match win-win situation. But hard hope inside that at least DK should remain undefeated. Even if RCB loses, let him remain undefeated. That's what I am thinking of.
Yes, very, very rightly said. Now, Drishti is asking this question, and Sanmay, I guess, know better than you to answer. Do you guys think it's time to find replacement for Deepak Char? And if yes, who would be the perfect fit for that? Now, Deepak Char, as everyone knows, was picked up for 14 crores, and now, as per the report suggests, that he has gone through a back injury as well while rehabbing. So it'll be interesting to see if he joins or they're going to go through for a replacement. So Salma, your thoughts on the same, and do you think that it is the right time to get a replacement in for Deepak Chahar?
Yeah, it should be the replacement should come as quickly as possible because we are still struggling to take wickets up front. एंड जितना जल्दी अगर सीएसके का मैनेजमेंट उसका रिप्लेसमेंट ढूंढे उतना ही अच्छा रहेगा बिकॉज वो आ जाएगा हमारे टीम एनवायरनमेंट में आ जाएगा ही विल स्टार्ट ट्रेनिंग एंड ऑल just don't ask me who will be perfect fit for that because I मेरे को भी पता नहीं कौन से प्लेयर्स है टू चूज एंड कौन किसको ले बट देयर वर रिपोर्ट्स कमिंग अराउंड समवेयर कि ईशांत शर्मा सीएसके इज कंसीडरिंग टू हिम बिकॉज he is someone who can swing the ball and can at the start of the at the start which we are missing but it's high time that we should start because अभी उतना भी बचा नहीं अभी दीपक चार आके भी क्या करेगा दैट्स ऑल्सो वन ऑफ द क्वेश्चंस कि वो आते विकेट जरूरी नहीं कि ले ले एक कॉन्फिडेंस आ सकता है टीम में बट वो आके जरूरी नहीं है कि विकेट ले बिकॉज सबको पता है कि एक बार इंजरी से वापस आने में बहुत टाइम लगता है एंड आई वुड आल्सो सजेस्ट दीपक टू मिस दिस ईयर्स आईपीएल बिकॉज इट विल बी गुड फॉर यू फॉर इंडिया आल्सो यू शुड थिंक अबाउट इंडिया इंडियन क्रिकेट ना कि आईपीएल ताकि इट्स बेनिफिशियल फॉर यू ओनली
Yes, Sanjay, go ahead.
Yeah, when a good point mentioned by Sanmay, I would tell taking that India's topic. Team India is now players to consider for World Cup. They are putting themselves in a very tough situation, including our new captain who has been worst in the form in forms of IPL. Kohli is few times he's performing, few times he's not so consistent. Only player whom I see is performing. Only players are Jasprit Bumrah and Surya Kumar Yadav, who has been performing pretty well. So I think remaining all other forms, Rishabh Pant, Ravindra Jadeja, Rohit Sharma, KL Rahul, everyone form is a concern. If this is the case, this time also we are losing the first match. It's nonetheless we have to agree. First match, we just don't want to win the World Cup. We just want to win the first match. That is our World Cup for us. So if this is the case, it is tough. Our Indian players are looking for it. It's high time.
I slightly disagree with you here Sanjay because last year we see हमारा इंडिया का ज़्यादा इंडियन टीम एक साथ खेला नहीं था ज़्यादा मैचेस only 2 warm-up games and then we were into the World Cup but this time around we have got a good T20 cricket to think about मैं सिर्फ इतना बोलूँ कि don't take IPL as a measurement for Indian cricket India international cricket is totally different क्योंकि if you see after IPL we have 5 T20s versus with South Africa they had 3 T20s with England and then an Asia Cup so that is a lot of games to decide कैसा रहेगा तो the players that you have mentioned right now are not on form पता चला कि वो फॉर्म में आ जाए so मैं सिर्फ इतना बोलूँ कि don't think कि ये players अभी खेल नहीं रहे तो इंडिया के लिए कैसे खेलेंगे when they come for India they will be totally performing in a different way so don't bring IPL and don't mix Indian cricket and IPL together. And DK is gone. Yes. Out there? नहीं है?
No, he hasn't gone. Mukesh Chaudhary has dropped another. So this is the perfect time to pick up this one.
Get the
That
question.
Satvik was answering that Mukesh Chaudhary has been poor in the field today. 2 boundaries and a dropped catch. And now make it 2 and he's dropped Dinesh Karthik. So this one is huge in the context of the game.
This is a huge moment in
Yes,
that
has
match
he dropped
also.
him?
Yeah, he has dropped him. He has dropped him. DK has
Get
got
some
off.
clarity, but I guess this is
The moment it went straight
yes.
to the hands. He should have kept his hand. Bold.
Oh, he's knocked him
Shabaz
over.
Ahmed is out.
Mahesh
Shabaz Ahmed
Tikshana.
is out.
Yes. So it can turn catastrophic if Dinesh Karthik stays, but he will need someone to stay with him throughout. I guess Sanjay, this is the issue you were talking about. When it comes to taking the risks, you know that you are the only one left, and you have to take the calculated risk. And Dinesh just balls before has fallen into that trap of clearing out or hitting those sixes. So this is exactly what you were talking about just before.
Yeah, just the previous ball before Shahbaz Ahmed, we saw that DK went on to take for a 6 for Tikshana, which is like you can see the equation. It's 87 in 37, 86 in 36, 85. It's going such way. We are having 50 runs difference between the ball and the actual run needed. DK is the only one left, he'll be like that. So I am the only one. I should help the team as much as I can. I should be the one who can help the team to march towards the victory, or to end up with the less losing margin. So that's the reason he went out. But in the same way, Shabaz also had a much of pressure. He tried to cut the ball away, but Tikshana just bowled. He didn't spin the ball much. It was straight to the wicket, so he couldn't take on it truly. But Shabaz from last three matches he's been very good for us. He's been scoring consistent 40, 41, and 45. So apart from us, I don't know now. Is it Mr. 11 crores to prove his worth? It's left. It's up to him. It's with Mr. 11 crores to prove his worth as an all-rounder. I'm just saying, putting this in a sarcastic manner. That doesn't mean like if your top order fails, you can't put your pressure on Hasaranga or Harshal Patel. Just just obviously let Mr. 11 crores
But now, what I want to ask you is, should RCB still play for the win, or they should just try to reduce the victory defeat margin? What should they aim right now?
I think first,
Interesting one.
the first most aim is to aim for the defeat margin. Now they are going with 87, 86, and 80 change. They should try to come over to 30 runs or 20 runs. The losing streak with 20 or 30 runs doesn't affect our NRR so much, because keeping 10 teams in mind, your NRR plays a crucial role here, because qualifying for the top four is like if you get a small clash between a team, then you're out for the playoffs. So that's the reason I guess your NRR plays a literally I
Vishal,
don't know what to speak. Just lose with a lesser margin. That's all I am telling.
I guess
We are losing it
Sanjay,
for sure. Lose with a lesser margin.
Dinesh Karthik has different plans for you. He's still going after the bowling. Now the equation has come down to 77 of 31 balls, and with Dinesh Karthik and Hasaranga also is an all-rounder. Like on paper, he hasn't proved it yet, but he definitely can bat. So this is the end. I guess this is the end of spell for Mahesh Tikshana. 4 wickets for 33 runs. Could have had five if they
And
will not
more
drop.
wickets not
Wouldn't
drawn.
have dropped DK. I guess Vishal is saying an excellent line here. Uh, I'll come to you, Sanjay, in a second. Is CSK taking revenge of MI brotherhood continues between MI and CSK? Hope MI will win tomorrow also. Wow. So next tomorrow, as we know that Mumbai Indians play Punjab Kings. So this will be interesting. Dhruv is saying that who will be the man of the match. So I want to ask you both.
Actually, Dube,
I guess it is
Dube.
very early, but still.
I don't
For
see
you, Sanjay?
someone better than Dube who should picking the man of the match.
Yes,
Literally, being a
exactly.
you can just think if you are from my seat, you might think, oh, Dube played for RCB. He wasn't that sure he played for us. But whenever you go, no, it all depends on whom you get, under whom you get him. See, RCB had a captain of Virat Kohli who motivates youngsters. But when it comes to Dhoni, we all know what Dhoni is, how he motivates players. As Sanmay was telling, yes, even I was watching the match. The way he was controlling Dube in the last over, be calm, stay focused. Then the next ball he takes Josh Hazlewood for a six. Otherwise, he could have got on out. So it all depends. Even for Watson also, the way where you utilize the player, under whose guidance you're going forward, that is what matters. But still Dube doesn't, whatever he plays in IPL, as Sanmay just told, don't link IPL to international. Dube doesn't find his place in international for sure.
11 crores is hurting us
Well,
for now.
they
11 crores is
yes,
hurting us. Yes, it is 6
Ravindra
here.
Jadeja is facing
I
a lot of heat,
almost
and
11 crores
and
is
he's
gone.
taken. Okay,
He's taken. Okay,
so
take
this is the issue when the net run rate is up. You just have to go through every ball you want to hit, and you want to hit it out of the park. So DK is losing company here. Uh, Coming back to Sanmay, I guess uh, when you score these many runs, Sanmay, in the first innings, does that give you slight margin that you obviously don't want to drop catches or you don't want to do misfields, but does that give you a slight margin or a slight little bank of runs where you can afford to drop? Obviously no one intends to drop any, but you can afford to drop catches. So we have seen this that despite of so many misfields, so many dropped catches, they haven't been professional in the field, CSK, but they are RCB are still crumbling. So your thoughts on that? That does that give an extra margin for the batting first side?
Yeah, but it gives because you see that there is 216 in the back to defend, and we have and since the bowling side has got a really good start with 4 or 5 wickets done, you can ignore those. But I just want just keep एक ही मैच पे रखो, don't keep it permanent because it can hurt you on a longer run. Because if this was an 180 or 190 target chase, then those drop catches would have hurt us a lot. Since we have got an extra 15-20 runs in our bank in our kitty, that's why it is not hurting us right now, and it's not pegging us, and we are still we are in the game. But I liked one thing that when Shabazz got out, instead of MSD celebrating, he straight away went to Mukesh and told that calm yourself down. It's okay. You might have dropped wicket here and there, but ठीक है हो जाता है. Don't lose your cool. Don't think that I'm a bad figure on. Don't put unnecessary pressure on yourself. He might have told him like that. That was really good to see. That's what you get from MS. That when MS is there and a youngster is there, you always know that he will come around. He will keep your hand behind you. तो वो भी तुमको अच्छा लगता है, कंधे पे हाथ रख रहा है. And he's calmly telling you कि it's okay. इस time में हो गया रहेगा, but don't make it a habit. And our fielding coach will also work on him really good. And since the experience CSK has got both on the field and off the field, मुकेश को बोलेंगे the मुकेश that we have seen on field right now might be totally different when we see on the next match. हो सकता है अभी easy कैच ड्रॉप किया रहेगा, बस कि गुजरात के अगेंस्ट he took a stunner catch. That all happens. But वो maybe he might have put in some unnecessary pressure. हाथ sweaty हो गया रहेगा. He kept a gap between, which is not usually seen. अगर तुम कैच लेते तो it is more of like तुम्हारे चेस्ट के पास रहता है. That is what advised. तो वो सब नहीं किया उसने. But this is one of the matches where you see that is happening. But at that moment you need your most senior most player in your team to come out and say कि, or the captain to say कि it's okay, अगले मैच में ठीक कर लेना, हम लोग बाकी के फील्डर्स रोक लेंगे तेरे को. मे बी दे माइट चेंज हिज फील्डिंग पोजीशन, उसको उधर लेके आगे जाके बॉल ज्यादा जा ना सके, एंड धीरे धीरे उसको कॉन्फिडेंस वापस बैक लेके आ सके.
Yes, definitely. And Sarma, you rightly mentioned that it's all about man management. Coming to Sanjay, I guess I want to ask about Shreyas Prabhudesai because I guess he was in talks for the previous year as well. He scored 100 in one practice game, if I'm not wrong, with RCB, and they were looking at a youngster who maybe can go on and open the innings. But today he just came out at 5 or 6 and just went on to express himself, and he just took the attack. And I love that word Murli Karthik was mentioning constantly, that fearless cricket. That's what doesn't matter if it's an international bowler, doesn't matter if it's a seasoned campaigner, but
I want to
you
stop
have
here.
to.
Ammati
Yes,
has
an
taken an
excellent
absolute
catch from
stunner
Ammati
of a catch
Rayudu
here.
here.
It's a
Yes,
stunning catch, and we
stunning
have got
catch.
one more wicket.
So
We have got
another
one more
one
wicket. Yeah.
goes down for RCB. So, what are your thoughts on Suresh Prabhudesai? And do you think that this is a blessing in disguise, that he has come in and straight away expressed himself very well?
Yes, when you talk about Suyansh, yeah, his batting was pretty good. The way he was playing, but he was fearless. He was taking on all the bowlers of pacers. He was on a right track. But as I said, he's a youngster. They'll be wanting to score more runs. Once they start scoring good, taking on four, sixes, taking understanding the bowler well, reading the balls, they'll be in hunger for runs to go for more and more. That's what happened with Suyansh. He was anchoring and attacking the innings well, but somewhere down the line, we bowlers know bowlers, they have ample amount of experience. They brings out some amount of weakness. They tackle the batsman. That's where they tempt him. They tempted him to come forward. Tikshana did the same thing. He tempted him to come forward. It's not even a stump. It was clean ball to the bold. It was clean bowled. So if Suyansh was there in this crease, I had somewhere some spot of hope that we'll be at least near into a victory. Now, keeping all this in mind, I think we'll be losing by a greater margin. We'll be losing by 100. But bounce back stronger, and it's against DC as well. So we have it's a major concern. Even they are a stronger team. So it all depends. First, as you told, Suyan should not be dropped because he's perfect number five for us. After like Kohli, Maxwell, then Shabazz comes, then Suyansh, then Shabazz. So we have a top five, top six batting sorted. So when Harshal comes, just take out Akashdeep and fix Harshal in his place, and your team is sorted. If you still want to try Akashdeep for one more match, I would tell it is useless. Like we usually tell for some players, it is one season wonder or one match wonder. Akashdeep was just a one match wonder against Mumbai Indians. He somewhere he did pull a miracle. He took one crucial wicket of Ishan Kishan. But still, I would tell up. Seeing today's performance, you get six balls in over and you bowl six wides in over, which is not acceptable. So I would tell Harshal to replace Akash and the rest go with the same because Maxwell. Actually, when Maxwell was going, I was like pretty happy that he's smacking. But the moment Jadeja came, I knew because last season Jadeja was the only one who took Maxwell both the times, even in the match one and match two. So yes, this is the reason I think RCB is losing the momentum. Youngsters are scoring runs, but they are unable to absorb the pressure and go with the experience. Because when you see Shabazz is a youngster, Suyansh is a youngster, both are youngsters. They don't have, as Sanmay was telling, they don't have any experience player to guide through them. Like Dhoni could, if someone in the back, for example, beat Virat Kohli or Glenn Maxwell, they would have molded the youngsters like go for you take singles or I'll go for runs. If you're going go for runs, play carefully. So both are hitting here. Shabazz is taking he's a left-handed batsman. Here Suyansh is taking right-handed batsman. So that's where a guidance, so proper guidance can change any sort of matches, I guess.
Yes, absolutely. Very rightly said. Another interesting stat we have that apart from CSK, Gujarat Titans is the only team to win three continuous wins in the debut season. Yes, coming back to the comments, this one is for you guys. I'm not going to take any part in this, but starting with Sanmay. Okay, we'll start with Sanjay. Are you guys seeing CSK qualifying this year?
Yes, I like practically I would see both CSK. First, I would see CSK qualifying because winning against RCB it gives them some sort of hope because they have faced four losses against they have faced four losses, which we are seeing four and one thing was which was pretty close to win. Dubai's over just was a win for them. Dubai's 1 over 25 runs. That was something a blunder done by Jadeja. CSK winning this, they might get back the momentum they bought because we have seen MI in 2015. We have seen losing four in a row, lifting a cup. So anything might happen, but I don't see MI qualifying. CSK, if they get some hunger for like this, they've won against RCB. If they're winning two in a row, then I would see CSK qualifying because they have got experience. They have got good seniors to guide the team through youngsters and all. They have, only the captain is good. Captain is not good, but as Dhoni is there, he'll mold Jadeja down the line.
Right.
So
So
Sanmai's
Sanjay,
expression tells something.
not going too ahead. Dinesh Karthik has hit two now and two sixes, huge ones, and the equation is suddenly looking very good for RCB now. Not not very outrageous, and Mukesh Chowdhury is in a whole heap of pressure today because he's dropped catches. Now he's given two sixes in a row start in the first two
He,
balls. So are we seeing another DK special today because
No, no,
he
no.
has
I
made a
would
habit
say
of
I
it?
would say we
no,
are getting
no,
DK's wicket
because
this year because I saw Dhoni running towards Mukesh. So I would
okay,
see we are going to get DK this over in the four balls. I think
but
some
it
miracle from
also depends.
CSK.
It, it also depends Nikhil, ki for those 22 balls RCB want DK to take all the ball strikes. So फिर जरूरी नहीं कि हर एक बॉल में runs मिले. He might say कि मैं run भागूंगा भी नहीं. Maybe this is the last Mukesh over we are saying. After that, it should be only Bravo, Jordan and Bravo. That should be the CSK
Yes,
bowling
If
ideally.
it's
to
Jordan, then
end
it's
with
pretty
it.
confident. Jordan is one of the best death bowlers CSK have got because Jordan down the line when he was like when he debuted the IPL season for us, he was also under eight economy bowler or 8.9. But down the line when he get ample amount of experience in playing for the
Ah,
country, then
Another
Morgan using
boundary,
him.
right?
another boundary.
Another boundary. So
I
this is
think we are
getting very
praising
tense.
a
I
D,
guess
He's
we are
this
clearly
is
praising
under
DK
pressure.
too lot.
this is
Our praises towards DK is touching him, I guess.
I guess DK,
What?
coming to DK, this is taking me back to last year's Chennai Super Kings versus Kolkata Knight Riders when exactly 217 was needed. They lost four, and then just they went ballistic, and CSK ended up winning it, but in a close margin. So Dinesh Karthik is taking this and taking this youngster apart and uh, making a statement that yes, maybe, just maybe RCB could have had a chance.
No, to just to mention, it's a stat I would like to mention. DK is yet to be dismissed based on this what happens here, and he's the only player to keep consistently all 5 matches. He has a strike rate of about 200. I think this year he's the only player to have a strike rate of about 200 this year. I
Excellent,
think we are seeing
excellent.
a Russell and a Pollard out of him.
Definitely,
But as you
definitely,
have
son.
no support at the other end, you can't expect anything from alone a man himself.
Sanmay, what about you, Sanmay? Is it getting a little tense now? Because the equation suddenly is 21 balls, 54 runs, and we've seen it quite gettable. So is it
It's quite
getting a
gettable,
little
but
tense now?
the position the match is right now, कुछ भी हो सकता है. One wicket here and the match is gone. तो उस पोजीशन पर खड़ा है ये मैच. So maybe if we get a prize wicket of maybe सिराज, अगर डीके का विकेट में तो फिर गेम खत्म है उधर ही. बट अगर सिराज का विकेट गिर गया तो देन समवेयर वी सी डीके की मैं जस्ट स्ट्राइक रखूंगा. वी विल सी मोर एंड मोर डॉट बॉल्स कमिंग. सो ये एक शायद maybe a mini heart attack that is DK giving to CSK fans, a little ray of hope that is giving to RCB
I'll be
fans.
back in a
But
moment.
या
Okay,
बट
sure,
ये
sure.
ऐसे ही जस्ट हैंगिंग है, किधर भी जा सकता है. इट ऑल डिपेंड्स ऑन कैसे जाता है, बिकॉज सिंस टू ओवर ब्रावो इज देयर, एक्सपेक्टिंग ब्रावो टू डिफेंड एंड सो नहीं टू है.
And now
So
again,
after those two sixes, it's only two fours and a wide ball by Mukesh. So those word from MS has words. I think तो कुछ magic काम किया है मुकेश पे.
maybe. I guess
And
he's now targeting a different area, which is going wide of the bowler. He tried to go,
so
then he bowled a wide, and now he's going well.
if you see, that is also one thing. If you see the two sixes that he has hit, it is the shortest part of the ground for tonight, and the two balls he has hit on offside is the largest part of the ground. Next over में देखो shortest large part हो जाएगा six मारने के लिए. So it all depends कि how DK plays and how he's doing. कभी-कभी the six that has gone and इस over में जो six गया है, maybe उसमें out भी हो सकता था. So it all depends कैसा करता है, ठीक है, what he's thinking. He is a good finisher and he has an incredible talent of picking out caps, piercing the caps. So
Yes. Now,
just want मुकेश to finish this over आराम से. एक फोर भी गया तो चलता है, just don't ball extras, just finish this over and
exactly.
then let the DJ and CJ take the match ahead.
This
Definitely on 90.
I love this. I love this from Sunmay. Let DJ and CJ take the match there. Huh?
Sanjay, but
He just
coming to Dinesh Karthik, what an acquisition, man. He has been absolutely on fire, and he's not holding back. He's said in a couple of presentations that he has prepared differently. He wants to prove something. He wants to prove that he still can finish games. And now, okay, another
It's still like
single, I
another
guess he's taken.
single.
So finally,
Yeah, but
the
when you come to
yes, yes.
DK, like I would just tell you my memory. Myself, I was in the RCB cafe when auction was taking place. We were at the RCB cafe, and the moment they bought Siraj, I was like, oh, not Siraj. I mean, the moment they bought DK, I was like, oh God, why did they invest 6 crores or 6.5 crores on DK? No, this is too much. I was in such a dilemma. I was like, I was not believing DK at all. So he was playing good innings for KKR, but I think it's not a worthy investment for us. He might not be a good player, but literally after the seeing first game, 33 balls, I got hope. No, we have invested in the right man. Then he kept on proving in game by game. All 4 games he performed, and even today he is performing because he's the only one who is standing in the end. Because our top order failed, totally our top order failed. I expected it's against his ex team, but I expected somewhere seeing Dubé batting. I expected even Faf is a pure batsman. He has good average and strike rate against spin and pace. So that's where I saw him. But when your top order fails, nothing you can expect from the lower order batsmen. It all depends on your top order. But today, as you see today, top order Uthappa performed high class 10 sixes. Man, that's so huge. 10 and 18 six, 17 sixes. It's shared by Dubey and Uthappa only. So literally, I can't see anything. 17 sixes in a match. This is the highest this year, I guess. 17 sixes by
Yes.
individual team, not combined two teams. This is the highest for this year, I guess. People used to say when RCB is coming to the game, so it's the battle of sixes. RCB is going. Once when Gale and ABD exits, there is no six in RCB anymore. There is no middle order power. Like RCB and ABD. ABD is equal to 3 runs, and we are understanding the absence of ABD in the middle order. That's how we should take the pressure. We should feel it, and we should go on. Just two losses. All the best for the next games ahead. That's all I would tell.
I guess Sanjay, I would like to reiterate the dialogue which MS uses every time, that it's not over until it's over. So I guess it time will tell. But now Dwayne Bravo is back into the attack. Sanmay, 2 overs for 25. You thought he'll be under pressure, a lot of pressure, because Dinesh Karthik is hitting them well.
Yeah, and the after those 25, the more what was hurting for me is that Bravo was giving a lot of wides, which is not
Yes,
expected. And अभी भी एक wide डाला है उसने. So you go
yes,
for runs, it's okay, but don't bowl those extra balls. Okay, extra ball तुम्हें हमेशा cost कर सकता है. You're still, I am saying it's 47 of 18. अभी भी किधर it's still on a cliffhanger. किधर भी जा सकते हैं ये match.
yes,
किधर भी जा सकते हैं.
definitely.
No, I don't know how. Like me being a RCB fan, I have lost hopes. Even one of my friend is a diehard MI fan. He is like, he is telling, I am telling, no, Kohli, bro, no, Sabas. I am telling, he is like, no, bro, there is some miracle might pull off. Even Sanma is on the same word, some miracle might happen. Me being a fan, I don't have that
See,
much
this
of
is, see,
CSK fan
this is
has
what
so
I'm
hopes.
saying.
Well,
No, why I'm
another.
saying is
So he
yes,
is.
for another white. Okay, another white. A couple of overs, then 2 balls is 10 runs he has considered in just 2 balls. If DK is
Yes.
2 fours. So
Dwayne
वो
Bravo
equation
is
गिरा देता
under
है किधर भी.
some serious pressure right now. I guess he's not able to execute very well, and
And yes, here I would like to add on, as we are like almost nearing, like it's not as Salman said, it's like a do or die situation. We might win, we might lose. Both happens. So here, utilize Bravos over properly, because in Jordan's over you can't go for runs. That is for sure. Jordan bowls top notch Yorkers. You can't go for it. So utilize
This is
Bravos
what
over
I
some
wanted.
here, some here.
You see, now
yes, I
DK is
guess
not taking
this.
singles. DK is not taking singles. So you have to just bowl 6 good balls and leave it there. क्योंकि एक ब्रावो के लिए एक अभी भी सबसे अच्छी चीज क्या
Oh
है?
no!
It's the longer boundary.
So
नहीं,
this
अरे
this
भाई,
wasn't a wide. This
okay,
wasn't a wide,
what?
which was given a wide. So this. So everyone in the chat's also saying that. I think only DK wicket and CSK win, but Dwayne Bravo and Chris Jordan both really have to
Now
execute. Now the longer side,
it's out. It's out.
and is gone.
Jadeja takes it.
He is
Now,
gone. So
now
this
I saw
was,
you. I told you. I
I
told
guess,
you last
Sanjay
night.
is
So
spot
since
on.
it was a shorter
Just
boundary,
hope that
that
it's not
went
a
for
no ball.
6. So, since it was a shorter boundary, it went for 6. Cut shot. That shot, when it goes for longer boundary, it's a wicket. So
But happy
Definitely.
for
And
DK, but
he
still
should.
he has maintained the strike rate. But finally, sad to see him undefeated, because after 4 good matches, we find him undefeated. But if he had some sort of support in the other end, like see, now I would like to mention one more name. We are missing Harshal Patel as a batsman too. I'm
and
damn sure if
Sanjay,
Harshal Patel
you
was there, he was adding some 20 to 30 runs, because he's a sort of batsman.
Just I
He's
want to
just two
say
matches
one
this
thing.
season.
This catch was also taken on the edge of the boundary by Jadeja, and he's just
and
Little
this
bit
is
over.
some kind of relief.
first victim.
Some kind
First
of
kind
relief
of
for
We
first
know
kind
this
of
CSK.
relief.
Omkar, okay? We won on your team, and you're still telling like it's a noob team RCB. Come on, Omkar. Come on, get
Yeah,
out
before
of
the
I
it.
guess you
see,
Sanjay, you want to give him a classy reply or something, that
before Sanjay
we
replies, I just
believe in
want to tell you
process or
one thing,
something.
Sanjay. Sanjay, I want to just tell you one thing. He was supporting RCB before the start of the match. He was saying, "Come on, RCB," and now he's saying, "Noob team RCB." I don't know what he's thinking right now, but now
No,
you can give your own comeback if you want.
no, it's like we. I would like to share a situation here. Okay, we were at the RCB cafe for the Mumbai Indians versus RCB match. Okay, there were 5 Mumbai fans, and the cafe was filled with only RCB, as you can tell. and just only five Mumbai Indians for her ek for everyone for 1 6 and 1 4 they were like Mumbai, Mumbai. So we were like, chill guys, we have already taken 2 wickets, 3 wickets. At the end of the day, I posted, so Omkar, you should be happy we beat your team. So CSK, we always love CSK. So in love, no, there is no everything is fair in love and war. So we are just giving them a fair win. Let them have the win this today. It's like
This
no, it's
thing,
from
this thing
past
is
5 years. The CSK is only clean sweeping us, but still let them have a win.
Yeah,
so this one is what
you can just be humble now after a lose.
Yeah,
What you can
this
do,
I
you
am
can
gonna
just be
agree what
humble and say
Kavyansh
that
told.
okay, we let them win.
uh, I want
No,
to come
no,
back
but
to you,
what
Sanjay.
Kavyansh told, it's totally agreed. Yeah,
Yes, the net run rate is going to hamper,
NRR will it.
but now will Siraj and Hazelwood do get yet another partnership, but not a bowling one, a batting one to just stay there and continue to take singles, so the margin keeps going low and low and low.
Hazelwood can bat, yeah. Hazelwood and Siraj can bat, but still on top of that, literally the two are pure bowlers, not even a bowling all rounders. Like it's they're pure bowlers. What can you expect from bowlers? Like not everyone is Dushman. The Chamira at least played some good knock in the last LSG versus their match, but not everyone can be a the top notch pinch hitter.
Sanmay, I guess this 9 and 10 batting together would take you back to last year, because we had a certain Deepak Char CSK had a certain Deepak Char batting at number 11. So you would have enjoyed that 11.
It
And
was more of
now
we had
it's
a team
down
of
to
more of like gully cricket team where everyone can bat anything
everyone
in the
bats.
ball.
Yes.
Everyone
Gully
bats.
cricket.
So we we had no fear of what target we will get. This year also there are 9 batters we are going with and 2 only pure bowlers. That is Mahesh and Mukesh. वो दोनों ही सिर्फ bowling करते हैं बाकी सब batting करते हैं. But nevertheless, if victory आया वही बड़ी बात है. This should give some type of confidence. But I want to ask Sanjay thing that there were 2 things I noticed. One, Fab du Plessis bought Hasaranga really late in the first innings. I thought after Glenn Maxwell he should have started bowling, but he bought him really late. And second, can we see other teams? Others team bringing spinners in front of Fab du Plessis when if RCB is chasing around 190 or 200 target in future, and will that hurt RCB?
Yeah, but down the years, what you tell, even there was a time when we had Gale, KL Rahul, Virat Kohli, the top-notch RCB team, 2016, you can tell. But even in that team, okay, every player, like I don't know whether it's on bad luck or whether it's a weakness of the batsmen. Whatever RCB is gonna pick in auction, no, every player will have a major weakness against spinners. Virat Kohli is himself a weakness again a weakness. Our top order is almost Maxwell is weakness again. Maxwell has a pretty good strike rate, but when it comes to Jadeja off spin, he's weak against off spin. Virat is weak against leg spin. So yes, Faf has got out for leg spin 2 times. Even in the previous match, even in this match, it was 2 on 2 for him. So I think based on this, other teams might bring because DC has a good like DC had good spin bowling. So even DC might bring up in the coming match. We have Saturday. We have against DC in the evening. So it all depends. The lose against DC would give a major threat to us because the teams above us, be it LSG or someone, they are performing a little bit better. Even GT, they have 3 wins in their pockets with just 1 loss. They are same as us. But if we lose now, we'll be carrying 2 losses. As Kavyan said in the this thing from the next matches to come, we have to concentrate on the NRR and the winning streak also because when you get hit with the NRRs so badly, you have to concentrate on NRR. You have to finish matches quickly. For example, you restrict a team for 130, 140 odd runs. You have to aim and finish it within 15 to 16 overs. Like I don't know, I forgot the match. Some team finished it. Yeah, KKR versus I don't know which team Pat Cummins smashed. Uh, Pat Cummins smashed 56 on which team?
Mumbai Indians.
Yeah, that was a match which was completed in 16 overs. 150 was completed in 16 overs. Even if they're down, KKR has a pretty good NRR. So that's how you have to concentrate on the NRR too. So that's the thing RCB should carry on now. Once if they get their winning momentum, they should carry on. But still, nevertheless, we still have one match against CSK because they are from our group only. We have to play two matches against them. So let's see what happens. I'm hopeful for that match. So hope everything goes well for us. Two losses is not bad, but this loss will hit us more because against CSK, then all the trolls will start for us. So the losing streak for RCB continues. Yes, two losses is not bad, but at least down the line somewhere I expected in 2022 at least the streak will be broken. We'll win against CSK. But nevertheless, as Sunmight keeps telling, whatever shit team you give to CSK, they'll try and manage to win on us. They'll really try and manage to win on us. Like seeing Mukesh Ode was like, oh god, no, this team, okay, yeah, we can outplay, we can nearly score some good amount of runs. But down the line, what happened? CSK is marching towards victory, holding the torchlight, and they're telling, "Hey, no one can beat me. I'm the top team." So they're in such a position. So what can we do now?
We have a
Yes.
really good brotherhood from RCB because if MIC is yellow, they come in form. If we see red and black, we are in the form. That has been the story of IPL of lately. So it's a good thing. Finally, we came. A victory is coming. This should start our Chennai Express. If I want to say, on should be back on track and should be
No,
riding a
bro,
really
no,
good
bro. You
form.
just win. You'll just have two wins this year. Two wins also will be against us only. The rest will not be winning. I don't see Chennai qualifying. I don't want them to
How
qualify.
the emotions and how everything changes, doesn't it? So now I guess I want you guys to answer this question because I'm not taking this. I'll go with Sanjay first and then Sanmay. Okay.
No, no, no. Even I am not taking that. I am not taking that. No, I can't take that because no. This only Sanmay has to answer. Even I'll not take that.
Okay,
we,
Sanmay,
we should
over to
we
you.
should refrain from answering from such questions. And actually, देखा है तो CSK fans को आदत हो चुका है. हमको seriously आदत हो चुका है since we have that black mark in our history of those 2 years. So these questions are bound to come. When we see अगर कोई देखेगा, some might even say that Fab du Plessis wanted CSK to win. देखा रहेगा 4 मैच हारा तो फिर उसने बोल दिया कि चलो बॉयज आज हार जाते CSK कुछ जीतने दो. सब लोग कुछ लोग ऐसे भी बोलेंगे. These things are bound to happen and bound to come. I would have been surprised if these type of questions would have not come, but I'm not surprised.
Yes,
No, no, no.
exactly. I
What
guess.
Vishal is asking here, RCB, we were like yes, five. MI has 5 cups. Yeah, I agree. They have won 5 cups. Decided that let us make them lose 5 in 5 matches. They lose tomorrow also. My support is still with Punjab. Let Johnny Bairstow smash 100. Let Mayank get his maiden 100. Rahul Char gets 4 wicket. Rabada gets 4 wicket haul. Come on, Rabada, come on, take back your purple cap. Smash MI all around the ground. That shit bowling lineup, the shit decision by management by dropping Taimal Mills, a good death bowler against us, and bringing someone like Jaidev Unadkat. He was economical, but Taimal Mills have would help them better because he's one among the leading wicket taker for MI.
Yes, definitely. I guess the shots have
So,
been fired
opinion
against
is
the Mumbai team.
opinion is like yeah, Sanjay, don't worry. IPL is incomplete without RCB trust. RCB answers for that, and I will yes at that. Every IPL and story it never ends because we lose and like it's not me. I was practical this match. You can ask many of my friends if you need be. I was literally down the line when you analyze both the teams, CSK and MI, which is hunger. We were in 3 wins. CSK was in 4 losses. You have to analyze and judge which team needed this victory, which team needed this much needed victory. It's obviously CSK because they were finding a comeback because they lost one close match, 25 runs. The two best 25 runs, they lost the momentum. So based on that, they were hunger for a win, and we were overconfident. I would tell because based on the bowling we did, Akashdeep they backed Akashdeep based on the last match, but he was very silly with his length and line. He was not good with his it's like clean short balls, and Robin Uthappa is just playing like, come, I will hit 3 sixes for Maxwell, and the way Akashdeep leaked runs, 4 overs, 58 runs, that would tell. So don't back players at these crucial times, and don't test players at the end of the league stages. Test wherever you want in the middle. At the starting and the end, it would cost you more because that's what happened even for us. Two times SRH knocked us out of the playoffs last year and the before last year. We tried new combination. We dropped out Finch. We tried Josh Philippe, the opener. We tried then all of a sudden we bought in Finch. We tried Finch as an opener. Don't do experiments at the league stage, at the last of the league stages and the first of the league stages. Do whatever you want in the middle because that will be the momentum to catch for the players. So take this loss into consideration, guys. Don't be overconfident. Come back and bounce with the win against DC. That much I would take. That's all. Practically telling,
That's it.
it was
That's
60-40 for me. In that
it.
match only, it was 60-40.
CSK has
Right
won the match
now,
for 23 years.
yes, CSK have won their first match and they've beaten RCB by 23 runs. Mohammad Siraj has played a helicopter kind of drive to finish the game off, and MS was seeing from behind. Uh,
And Dubey is giving like a Dubey is giving a smile when people give in marriages. The guy is giving marriages the shy smile. Yeah, yeah, okay, I'm coming to collect the check for the man of the match. Don't worry, I'll be here around the ground. It's my first man of the match award. Even for RCB, I had not got one, but playing for CSK. But I would like to really appreciate Dubey because he's the second highest run scorer with 51 average of 51 change and strike rate of 167, which is very good. Dubey is showing some improvement when he's in Chennai because in the last year we saw he played some crucial knocks. This year he has two fifties, one of 51, 52, or now he has some 95 not out, which is his career best. So good team, good match. Next rivalry would be on. I don't know when the next CSK match will be.
They're winning that one.
And
They're winning that
Sanjay, I
one.
guess the comment suggests that they want you back. So hopefully we would arrange something that, and you'll be back on Saturday as well, if you are
Saturday,
free.
yes. Okay. As based on the demand, okay. If I am at home, I'll be available at the panel. If I'm at the cafe, I can't be because the time if I am back home by 10:30, 11, I'll be attending the panel. If I'm at the cafe for the
Yes.
full match, then I'll be unavailable. That's all.
Yes. So we've come into a very exciting, a very high-scoring game today. Excellent to watch as a neutral fan as well. So, like a high-scoring game is what everyone wants. Afreen here mentioning in the comments at TTMCS, it was good watching match along with you. Thank you, Afreen. Thank you to everyone who've kept the chat alive. Excellent comments you guys put in, and great banter with the RCB, MI, CSK. So the banter must keep going on, you know. So just to cap off today's game, Sanmay, first win on the boards, first 2 points, but not. If you have observed, I've observed you watching, not the most
Very
convincing
sure. I got.
win.
Can I leave? Can I leave? Because I got one more show to attend. If you are okay, then I'll take it.
Okay, Sanjay. Okay. You can leave. Thank you
And
so
thank
much
you,
for leaving.
Sanmay, and thank you, Nikhil. It was good being with you.
Yes. Have a great day. So Sanmay, coming to you, first 2 points on the board, but not the most convincing victory you'll say when it comes to bowling.
Yeah, still not convincing, but just because we had that extra luxury of 20-25 run, 15-16 runs, we were able to defend the target. Still, we have to work on our bowling as much as possible. That we are even able to defend 180, 190 also on our night. We gave away unnecessary extras. We gave unnecessary. We leaked some boundaries also, and we dropped those catches also. So CSK still has to work on it. It's a long way. I just want to say that just keep this momentum, keep this victory. Maybe this victory can help CSK players to get that lost confidence back, and maybe we can see an improved bowling going ahead. Uh, Mukesh had a really odd day on the field tonight, but it's okay. We might see a different Mukesh on the Sunday night also. Bowling, refrain from bowling wides. That's what I would suggest. Bravo also. You are hitting those wide lines, it's okay, but you also have to see that the over length is increasing because of that, and जो over 6 या 7 का रहेगा that can go for 13 and 15 runs if you are considering this much wide. So work on it. Still a long way going into the tournament. We have still nine games in our hand, so that can decide our fate going ahead.
Yes, definitely. Very, very well put. Drishti is thanking us. Thank you, Drishti, for keeping the chat section alive. You're live constantly, and obviously it will be a good night for the CSK fans. They have had their first win. Uh, ओमकार इज सेइंग कल हम भी जीतेंगे है इसका मतलब एम आई एंड सी एस के बाय बाय वील सी व्हाट हैपेंस tomorrow it's Punjab Kings taking on the Mumbai Indians. Uh, excellent day today. Atman is saying that CSK आज जीत गया but कल MI को MI नहीं जीतने वाला ऐसा आत्मन का कहना है. So I guess the time will tell. But it is time to wrap up today's show. It was great chatting with you, Sanmay. It was great. Thank you to all who have been alive in the chat section. They really pushed the chat. And Omkar is still going on with that banter among themselves only, with Atman saying he's a plastic fan, RCB and GT. He's saying that he supports. So thank you so much. Don't forget to check out CHAMPHUNT. It is a great initiative by them, and overall a great mixture. So thank you so much, guys, for tuning in, and we'll be back tomorrow. So hopefully we'll see you guys very soon. So thank you, and it's a good night from your host, Nikhil.